Hello there and welcome back to another trailer reaction. This time we're doing another Elden Ring trailer because we now have a story trailer. I literally found out about this like 3 hours ago. I don't even know when the premiere was set to appear. But yeah, I saw this 3 hours ago and I was like, oh, okay, I did not expect this. I did watch the first trailer and oh my god, it was amazing and I'm really excited to see what the story is here because after Dark Souls 3's DLC, and honestly even Bloodborne's DLC, even though I haven't really played through Bloodborne's DLC, but I've seen multiple people play through it, those two were really, really good. So I have quite high expectations when it comes to an Elden Ring DLC out of all of these games, right? So yeah, let's see what we get about this story. There's nothing really at the very beginning. Let me also adjust this maybe a bit lower. Activate closed captions, and yeah, Peggy 16. Let's go.
Mikula the Kind spoke of the beginning. The seduction and the betrayal. An affair from which gold arose. And so too was Shadow born. What followed was a war unseen.
Oh, are those giants?
One that could never be put to song. A purge without grace or honor. The tyranny of Mesmer's flame.
Whoa. The Mesmer's flame. Have we actually heard anything of Mesmer during the normal lore? That's actually my question here. I haven't really read all items or anything like that, but has Mesmer even been talked about? Then again, the narrator does say that it wasn't the kind of war to be put to song, so it's entirely possible that the whole Mesmer situation in the war before the Golden Order was written out, was destroyed, was written out of history, right? It was erased from history. That's what I was looking for. So that's my guess, and Mesmer after this whole thing was hiding in the shadow, which is most likely the other realm that we're going to go to during the DLC, so it's going to be quite interesting. Oh. The tree looks almost like it's bleeding. Man, like Elden Ring, Dark Souls, so good when it comes to dark fantasy. Like, bro, they go so hard. So, wait, so kindly Mikula would abandon everything.
Mikula would abandon everything. His golden flesh, his blinding strength, even his fate. But we are not deterred. We choose to follow. Will you walk with us?
I don't know, so it's coming out on the 21st of June. Let's not forget that date. And yeah, 21st of June, pre-order now. I will have to do that. And of course, to get in-game bonuses. Oh, bonus gesture, Ring of Mikola. Now, this is weird. Then again, how much lore do we even have when it comes to Mikola? Because this makes it seem like Mikola either is way older than the other demigods, right? Or we just didn't know about this part of the history. Because this makes it seem like Mikola took in the rune, or whatever this is supposed to be in the foreground here. But weren't the runes spread out when the Elden Ring was shattered? Again, I might be getting my entire lore wrong. I haven't even played the game in a very long time, so I could get everything wrong there. So these are most likely followers of Mikola who are trying to mend or whatever. And yeah, again, this is most likely a different Erd tree. Like, the DLC is called Shadow of the Erd Tree. So, and the Erd Tree has something to do with the Golden Order, which is an otherworldly godlike being, right? So it could be entirely possible that within its shadow, after its creation, this new Erd Tree, this alternate version of Leyndell, this alternate version of the Erd Tree, was created in a different dimensions. I wouldn't be too surprised if we get dimensional travel in this DLC. Like, you can go between Leyndell and the capital, and then this version, right? Certain spots that'll be kind of interesting. Again, I'm just going straight up speculating. These most likely are the rune. Like, this is how the rune of Mikola looks like. Most likely, it's signs of Mikola. That's that. We have the this version of the Erd Tree that looks like it's kind of bleeding, but it's weird because it looks like the golden grace that shows up throughout the game, that takes you from grace to grace and to your objectives. Which this is also looks highly similar, right? It looks both like the thing that was holding up Radagon within the Erd Tree, right? The same way that. That was holding the boss, but also it looks like strands of hair, which kind of gives me feelings of the graces, right? The little strands that would go from the grace towards your current objective, or well, the objective you would go through from that point. This also gives me like Rykard vibes, right? Like the devouring serpent and the phase 2 and stuff with all the bloodied stuff.
And so too was Shadow born. Kind spoke of the beginning.
So Mikola the Kind spoke of the beginning. So most likely Mikola is indeed one of the older, if not the oldest of the demigods we hear throughout Elden Ring, right?
The seduction and the betrayal.
I wonder whose betrayal, like who betrayed who?
An affair from which gold arose.
An affair from which gold arose. This kind of gives me the whole thing that it's possible. Well, there are other altar gods, right? Like there is the moon that Rani worships, that comes in the Age of the Stars, right? It's similar in scope to the Golden Order. So it's entirely possible that the previous godlike entity that was ruling over the lands between was betrayed in favor of the Golden Order. And this is what this means. An affair which birthed gold, from which gold arose, the Golden Order. Then we have the war that can never be put to song, which I am theorizing that this means that the reason the whole thing just wasn't was erased from history, right?
The tyranny of Messmer's
Messmer.
flame.
This guy looks sick. Dude looks straight out of Bloodborne, seriously. Bruh. And then again with the flame, right? There was the Giant's Flame, the Frenzied Flame, and now we have this flame too, which seems to be quite powerful. I do wonder if this has anything to do with the Frenzied Flame. Like, Mesmer's Flame is what later became the Frenzied Flame. That could be an interesting plot point. Depending on how the story goes, of course. Like, here I am just purely speculating on what we can see in the trailer and what limited lore knowledge I have. But the imagery is beautiful. And then we go in the supposed Shadow Realm.
Mikola would abandon everything.
Abandon everything.
Golden flesh.
Similar to how Rani gave away her body and became a puppet in order to... Huh, interesting.
His blinding strength. His fate. But not deterred.
So... then that means that the reason why Mikola in the present, when we see him in the cocoon in Mogwin's palace, that's why Mikola is withered and in an egg, I guess, because he gave up everything, right? It's going to be interesting. I'm curious to see what these characters are all about. This looks how are all about, right? Like, what's their purpose and why are they serving Mikola? It's possible each one of them has their own separate reason for it, but yeah. This is going to be awesome. I honestly cannot wait for this. Oh boy. So yeah, that's kind of it. If you did enjoy the video, why not leave a like, comment, or even subscribe. I will be playing through Shadow of the Earth 3, and I might be doing another playthrough before that comes out, depending on how work goes, because it's been pretty busy. So yeah. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.